Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. It's Saturday, a day I often like to talk about books and encourage you to read. So, what we're going to do this morning. We have Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. That's on the list today. And we have Killing the Blues by Michael Brandman. It's a continuation of the Jesse Stone stories by Robert B. Parker. So, these are the two books I'm going to be talking about. Before we do that, I hope everybody's enjoying the weekend, staying safe in the hot weather, and getting out and doing some fun things for the summer. But I hope you're also taking a little bit of time once in a while to read something. Whether you read a paper book, a Kindle, you're listening to audio, read for enjoyment, read for education. Sign up for the newsletter at enjoylifesafely.com. Make sure you're reading that. There's some free downloads to read, give you some good information. There's some courses and stuff there too. So be sure to check all that out at enjoylifesafely.com. Now, books this week, and I'm going to be hopefully upping my reading. I have 2 that I finished this last week, but I got 10 that I'm working on, trying to up my reading as I downsize the library. And I'm going through books and saying, do I want to read that again? Nope. Do I want to read that? Nope. Yeah, I do want to read that. Yeah, I do need to keep that. But, I've gotten rid of over 50 books this week. Now that I can carry books again, I took a break after the knee surgery. Before the knee surgery, I was getting rid of a lot. But I'm starting back up. Got rid of over 50 this week, and I'm just going to keep at it. Stuff I've read and stuff that, I'm not going to read and I don't need anymore. But anyway, Expert Secrets, Russell Brunson. This is a good book for online sales, really heavy into his funnel system, and wanting you to buy his bigger products, a funnel system. There's a marketing lesson right there. You have the book that leads to your bigger project or product that you're selling. There are some good things in here about the storytelling and things that will capture people. And I took some ideas from this book and incorporated into some of the things that I was working on with the Still Standing course. So I used ideas from this to make the emails that you send out after you download the free guide, which you should do at enjoylifesafely.com. But then also I used this a little bit to make a campaign that I have already started. I've posted 2 of 30, posting 1 every week, every Monday. You'll see these little stories to help people go to the guide, to download that free guide to help more people. So I thought there was some good stuff in here, even though it did tend to, push you toward wanting to buy his bigger stuff, which, a marketing guy, you expect that. The other book I want to talk about this weekend that I finished, Michael Brandman's novel of Robert B. Parker's Jesse Stone character, Killing the Blues. Like many popular authors, when Robert Parker passed away, they got some different authors to continue some of the stories about his characters. Different authors, different characters. Michael Brandman actually worked some on the television shows that were based on Parker's books. I thoroughly enjoyed the Jesse Stone movies, the television movies with Tom Selleck. Really liked Tom Selleck, liked how he did that character, thoroughly enjoyed those. But I had never read any of the books. So this is the only Jesse Stone book I've read so far. I didn't read any of Parker's, and this isn't the first of Michael Brandman's. I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the character. I enjoyed the book. I would want to read some more of them. However, I like the TV shows better. I like Tom Selleck. I really enjoy those shows. So I would say I like the television movies better than the book, but I did like the book because I like that character. For those that aren't familiar with Jesse Stone, he's a big city cop, LA, but he moves out east in a small town and becomes, a small town cop after some troubles. And he has his issues that he's dealing with. And then stuff always comes up. In this particular book, someone from his past is out to kill him. And that's one of the big themes in this book. But then he just interacts with the townspeople, and He has his own sense of right and wrong and justice, and I like the character. I said I super like Tom Selleck's movies, but I like the book too. Those are the two books this weekend: Expert Secrets and Killing the Blues. I enjoyed both of them for different reasons. Learned a little bit in this one, enjoyed this one for entertainment. And that's what we need to read for. We need to read to learn. We need to read for enjoyment. Let's say hello to a couple people. Jay and Vicky and Sasha are here and said good morning. Thank you guys. Appreciate you being here and saying good morning. Thad is here and said good morning. Thank you, Thad. I appreciate you being here and say good morning. Dixon said, for me, a flaming hot Friday has transitioned into a sweltering Saturday. It's supposed to rain later on today, but not enough to cool things down, and therefore it will just boost the humidity and therefore the heat index. I feel for you, Dixon. You're caught in that heat wave, and a lot of people. Stay safe. You know, you and your wife and other folks down there, stay safe in that sweltering Saturday heat. It's, you know, up in the hundreds in places in Montana too. So it's not like we are cold up here this summer, but we're not quite as bad as some places. So stay safe down there, Dixon. Everybody, make it a sweltering, stupendous Saturday. Go out, make great things happen. We'll be back to see you tomorrow.